By this point in America's luxurious and bloodless history, we all know that the government is here to, in fact, help us and the residents of Ohio in this trying time following their chemical attack that nobody seems to care about. Because, one, I'm in Florida, and two, people just don't know how to act human anymore ever since COVID because COVID took away all of our humanity. And yeah, we've treated people differently ever since then because, um, it all leads back to how they tried to divide us over the vaccine and how they will continue to divide us over this chemical attack that just occurred in Ohio. Um, I don't really care if people laugh at my views of the world or whatever, or if they think it's violent nonsense, but it's just how I feel about the reality around me most of the time because it feels like I'm not allowed to experience it in any other way besides like fighting someone because like apparently that's the only way of communicating with anybody nowadays. Um yeah, it's just like retarded bullshit like that just prevents me from talking to people all the time and just pointless conversations about, just basic stuff. Um but anyways, I think the government had a part to play in this chemical attack, and I think America itself is responsible in some way, and the media isn't giving the story nearly as much attention as it should be given because the media that we know sucks. So the people have to take it into their own hands and they have to decide the truth for themselves most of the time. And coming from someone who's lived in a world of lies his entire life, that can be hard to kind of like, it can be hard to differentiate between the two because the lie is just as seductive as the truth. And nowadays, people will just believe anything they see on TV, on the internet, and whether or not they have a particular biased negative view on someone, then they'll just exaggerate it into infinity until that person just fucking dies and explodes. But that's just because people in Florida are weird. And, you know, I feel bad for the residents of Ohio, and I know what it feels like to not have like government assistance during trying times and not really have anyone care about you in trying times either. Um, but at any rate, you still figure out how to carry on with your life, and like at the end of the day, humans are stubborn like that. I mean, there's shows about us surviving apocalypses, and like there's just stuff that we have made that brings me hope. But with the way the world is going, I don't know. I'm just not so sure anymore about anything really, and I think that's okay to admit, especially with what just happened, like in actual reality in Ohio. But that's just how your boy feels on this Monday morning.